Cancer love, it's Ira here, and today we're diving deep into a powerful message from Spirit. What is ending in your life right now? Sometimes Spirit closes doors not to punish you, but to clear your path for what your soul is truly asking for. The energies around you are shifting, and the cards are here to show the story of what is falling away, what no longer belongs, and what is meant to release, so you can step into your next chapter. I often gift free mini readings through email, so feel free to comment your thoughts below. If you'd like a deeper session, personal readings start at $9, and there's also an unlimited membership for $99. And if you'd like to show some love back, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It really helps us grow this space. The first card that appeared is the Ten of Swords. This is one of the most direct cards Spirit could have brought through to answer your question. It represents painful endings, betrayals, and cycles that have run their course. In your life right now, Spirit is showing that something which once consumed so much of your mental space, your time, and your heart energy is reaching its final chapter. This could be a relationship that has repeatedly hurt you, or even a mindset where you've been carrying the weight of everyone else's expectations. The Ten of Swords is asking you to notice where you've already been drained of your strength, because Spirit doesn't want you to keep reviving something that has already shown its truth. The deeper message here is that this ending is not about failure. It is about freedom. Many times, Cancer, you've been loyal to people, jobs, or situations longer than they deserved your loyalty. This card is saying that Spirit is ending the cycle of betrayal and exhaustion so that you stop sacrificing your peace for the sake of proving your worth. The Ten of Swords asks you to release the idea that you need to keep carrying pain as if it's your responsibility. That old version of you, the one who thought you had to endure endlessly, is the part that is dying. And while it hurts to accept, this ending will also release you from energy cords that have tied you to suffering. On a soul level, this is a graduation point. Every sword in your back represents a lesson learned, and though they were heavy, they forged your wisdom. Spirit is asking you to step into the role of someone who no longer tolerates what harms your spirit. This card is not the end of your story. It's the end of a story that has already given you everything it could. The new chapter begins the moment you stop picking up swords that are not yours to carry. The second card is the Tower. This tells me that Spirit is actively dismantling something in your life that was never built on solid ground. For some of you, this is a belief system, a false sense of security, or even a relationship that looked stable but was always fragile underneath. The Tower shows that the ending you're going through may feel sudden or even shocking, but it's part of Spirit's intervention. When you've tried too long to keep something upright, Spirit sometimes steps in and says, "No more pretending." The collapse is happening not to destroy you, but to liberate you. Energetically, the Tower represents the crumbling of illusions. It is Spirit saying, you cannot build the future you're meant for on foundations that are already cracked. This might feel uncomfortable because Cancers thrive on nurturing and security, and sudden endings can feel unsettling. But here's the truth. Spirit is ending something false so you can finally build on authenticity. The pain of the Tower is temporary, but the wisdom it gives you lasts forever. The Tower also clears away pride and ego. Spirit is asking you to let go of the structures that have kept you in cycles of control. Maybe you thought you could control the outcome of a relationship, or maybe you've been holding on to an old role in your career that no longer reflects your soul. The Tower is here to strip away the masks. What ends here is the illusion that you must stay small to keep others comfortable. From a spiritual lens, the Tower is a rebirth portal. It doesn't just end something, it opens space for something stronger, more aligned, and more true. Think of it as Spirit saying, you no longer need to live inside the false walls you built to protect yourself. Yes, they are falling down, but in that rubble, you'll discover the raw materials for a new, authentic life. The third card is the Eight of Cups. Spirit is showing that what is ending in your life is the cycle of emotional dissatisfaction. For so long, Cancer, you've stayed in places where you felt emotionally unfulfilled, hoping that somehow they would transform into the happiness you longed for. The Eight of Cups is about finally walking away, not because you don't care, but because your soul is calling you somewhere higher. Spirit is ending your attachment to settling for less than you deserve. Emotionally, this card shows that you are being released from clinging to old dreams that no longer inspire you. Maybe once they brought you excitement, but now they feel heavy, empty, or even draining. Spirit is asking you to recognize that leaving behind what no longer resonates is not abandonment. It's evolution. The Eight of Cups shows that you are moving on from emotional cycles that kept you small, even if it means stepping into the unknown. There's a theme of courage here. This card asks you to stop waiting for someone else to give you permission to leave. Spirit is ending the phase where you needed validation for your choices. You already know in your heart what no longer feeds you. The Eight of Cups gives you permission to walk away, not with resentment, but with gratitude for the lessons learned. The higher message is this: the universe is aligning you with experiences that match your emotional truth. But first, it had to end your attachment to half-fulfilled connections, false promises, or stagnant environments. Spirit is saying, your joy is not behind you, it's ahead. And the only way to reach it is by closing the door to the cups that have already run dry. The fourth card is Death. This is one of the clearest signals that an ending is divinely orchestrated. The Death card rarely speaks of physical death. Instead, it shows a spiritual and energetic transformation. Cancer, Spirit is ending an entire phase of your life, an identity, a role, or a set of attachments that no longer reflect who you are becoming. This is not just an ending, it's a metamorphosis. Death brings the message that clinging to the old will only create resistance. You may feel fear at the idea of letting go, but Spirit is saying that the old version of you cannot enter the new timeline. Something in your life, whether it's a mindset, a relationship, or a role you've been playing, is being laid to rest so that the rebirth can take place. Spirit is reminding you that endings are sacred. They make space for the transformation you've been praying for. The energy of this card also speaks of karmic release. Spirit is ending karmic cycles that you've repeated for years, maybe even lifetimes. Patterns of self-sacrifice, doubt, or giving your power away are being dissolved. This ending is deeper than just external circumstances. It's an inner death of who you used to be, making space for the birth of who you truly are. On a spiritual plane, death is your liberation. It is Spirit telling you that you are not bound to repeat the old story. Yes, the ending may feel final, but that is its gift. What dies here will never need to return because you are stepping into your next soul stage. Spirit is clearing the space for your rebirth, and it is your courage to release that will make the transformation complete. The final card is the Wheel of Fortune. Spirit is ending your cycle of feeling stuck. This card shows that the Wheel of Fate is turning, and what is leaving your life now is stagnation, karmic repetition, and patterns that kept you trapped in loops. The Wheel of Fortune is reminding you that endings are not punishment. They are part of the cosmic rhythm. What is closing now is doing so to align you with a higher chapter of your destiny. On a practical level, this card suggests that situations where you felt powerless are ending. Spirit is shifting the energies so that you're no longer trapped in circumstances that felt beyond your control. You're being moved onto a higher timeline, and though the transitions may feel uncertain, they are guided by divine timing. Energetically, this is Spirit saying, the cycle of suffering has ended. The lessons are complete. You no longer need to spin the wheel on the same story. The Wheel of Fortune brings movement where things were stagnant and hope where you once felt stuck. This ending is also the beginning of a new cycle filled with opportunities, synchronicities, and growth. From a soul perspective, the wheel reminds you that you are part of a larger cosmic design. Every ending you're experiencing now is Spirit aligning you with something greater than you can yet see. Trust that as one chapter ends, another is already in motion. The Wheel of Fortune closes doors, yes, but only so it can spin you toward doors that are ready to open. Cancer, the message is clear. Spirit is ending cycles of betrayal, false structures, emotional dissatisfaction, outdated identities, and karmic loops. Though these endings may feel heavy, they are the keys to your freedom. Your affirmation for this reading: I release what is ending with trust and courage, knowing that Spirit is guiding me into a higher timeline.